My name is Gallican Buki. I work at MacEwan as the social media coordinator. I was born in Congo, Kinshasa, and I'm half Congolese and half Rwandese. And unfortunately, due to that, some of y'all may know the Rwandese genocide, so we were greatly affected by that. So at the age of around 3, almost 4, my father, myself, and one of my brothers, Jonathan, went to Cameroon. We lived in a refugee camp for a bit, and then we came to Canada. We started in Hamilton, lived there for 2 to 3 years, and then I've been in Edmonton kind of ever since. We came to Canada, and then we got another 6 through the church that I attended, Calvary. They're like family, home away from home, and they decided to sponsor some of our siblings, and we just thought it was going to be helping out a bit with paperwork. So they helped us with everything from like paying for lawyers and like all the tests and everything. So yeah, it was just an amazing way to see how God works. So the story of belonging for me would be La Connectionale. It started in university with Yvan, Patrick, Terasai, Omono, and another few. And it's grown so much. And I think our first event, and honestly being one of the co-founders, it was a bit surreal. I was starting photography around that time. We had an event at Privé back in the days. And the whole point of that connection was kind of have that sense of home away from home. Thinking of music back in the days, you weren't really hearing Afrobeats. It took years for it to come here, Amapiano, and just that authentic feeling, whether you were Black, African, Caribbean, or Latin, it always felt like you're only listening to the top 40. And the only time you heard Latin music or even Afrobeats is you had to have Drake attached to it. So that wasn't ideal for us. So we wanted to have that feeling because we were lacking it, especially Yvan, who is our CEO currently. We had our first event at Privé, and it was honestly amazing to see the turnaround of people that look like us, to hear that music, to be doing like the electric slide and like all these like music stuff, and then just like seeing amazing dancers and just the love that Black people or just people of color have amongst each other. And that was definitely like a sense of belonging. And then as the photographer, the photos weren't the greatest, but just seeing that melanated skin on a camera and just like the vibes and how people didn't really know each other, but it was also nice to see that like there is a big community of Black people or also like Latin people. That connection till this day has definitely been like a sense of belonging, whether it's those events or those parties, but also those initiatives such as like doing financial literacy workshops and connecting with other Black or ABCL communities such as like African, Black, Caribbean, or Latin communities and businesses, and just seeing them thrive and grow. And it's just the things that we wish that we had when we were growing up, and to be able to offer that to others and even our younger selves has just been such an amazing feeling. I felt a sense of belonging at MacEwan, I would say during Black History Month. I had just started the job, didn't really know anybody, but there's just that feeling of authenticity and belonging amongst other Black people. And I think since we're kind of going through the same struggles, regardless if you are African American, if you are African, or just identify as Black, I think there's that same struggle, but there's that same love and willingness to strive for something more. So capturing those events and meeting other faculties and staff that just welcome me in. Until this day, anytime I see one, or even if I don't know them, that that nod up just makes you kind of feel of that belonging, and seeing that there is an active community here, even though you don't necessarily see them. Yeah, just such as like this project is just an amazing opportunity, and that sense of belonging is very much there. So.